Okay, guys, there's another car I'd really like to see go to a good home. It's as far as I know, it's a very rare car. I've only seen a couple. It is a 1962 Impala SS. I have not run the numbers through GM yet as to ascertain whether it was a 283 car or a 409 car, but it was a factory 4-speed. It was a super sport. Most of the chrome is in the back seat. I mean the trunk. It's got the really rare filigree chrome. It's got the hump. It's got the holy handle over there that says Impala SS. I'm not sure if it was factory air or if it was a dealer installed option, but it did have AC.
That's the handle right there.
Yeah, you see it says, if you zoom in on it, Matt, see? Oh, look at that, Impala SS, yes.
Just went up in value.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a 4-speed car. It's got the clutch pedals. It's got half the back seat. It's got the original buckets.
How's the floor?
A little bit of issues on the floor, but I mean, it's a 1962 car. It was original red with the black upholstery, I'm guessing, because it's all red underneath.
What about the seats you said?
Seats look bone stock. I mean, I'm assuming those are the originals. It does need a frame. Someone was going to make a gasser out of it, and they put a straight axle in it. But any 62 to 64 frame from the Impala or the Canadian Parisiennes should be a direct bolt in. Those frames are out there. It's the X frame. The real hard part to find on these cars is the chrome. Needs some new trunk springs. We had a little incident with this one on the way back from Terrace, but it looks like all the chrome is here. Like this piece here, you will never find. Like it's just with all of the filigree, it's got a couple little dents. But I mean, that is a super rare piece of chrome. All the side chrome looks like it's here. Headlight doors, lenses. I mean, it's going to need some rust repair, but I mean, all in all, it's a very rare car. And it does come with a 2-door parts car, just for trinkets, nuts, and bolts. That's the one that sits outside of the gate. Doors are in excellent shape. I mean, if you guys have seen me, you know how I like to check the doors. Well, there's no slop in the pins. Like a body's really straight. I mean, it's just a cool car. It should not be sitting here. This one I do not have paperwork for. It does have a VIN, does come with a bill of sale. And there's another parts car that's included with it. You know, all the glass is good, right? It's just, even the front, it's got a couple chips, but I mean, it's not broken. It's a cool car. It's a very cool car. I mean, it needs a little bit of work around the wheel wells, but I mean, I know they make patch panels. It does not need full quarters.
It's fairly solid.
Yes, it's fairly solid for something that's 65 years old or 62 years old.
Can you pop the...
Yeah, here. Hang on. Where is it? Where's that? Power, manual steering, power brakes back in the day. So obviously, I mean, if I was a betting man, you can see it's factory 4-speed, right? There's all the bell crank and that. If I was a betting man, I would bet that this was a 409 car, because I can't see why anybody would go through all the hassle to order an SS when you had the option of a 409, why you'd put a 283, because that was the only other motor option, V8 back in the day. They didn't have a 327 yet, I think, until 64, 3 or 4. So I could be wrong, though. I'm not really 100% sure, but I mean, it's one I'm thinking, if it doesn't sell in the next little bit, I am going to get in touch with the GM Historical Society and just see if they have a record. It was either made, because I think it's an American car, but if it was imported into GM, there should be records on it, what it came with, what the factory options were. Right, it needs a little bit of floor work, but I mean, you can see the straight axle, eh, Matt?
What do you mean? Oh, in the front there?
Yeah, like they butchered it. It's a crime what they did to this car, but it could be saved. So that it just needs a new frame. Again, this is another one I don't really care if I sell it or not. I'd like to see it go to a good home, but If not, we're going to do something with it because it is a very cool ride. And I have a soft spot for 4-speed cars. Because with today's technology, it's pretty easy to make them a 5-speed. And here, we'll go take a quick look at the parts car that comes with it. This is another car from up north. It obviously got driven lots in the winter. The frame is totally rotted. But what it does have is knickknacks. So basically, it's got a couple fenders. I mean, they need work. It's got a good front bumper. It's got a good hood. It's got the chrome. It's got a spare grille. Needs a little work, but it's there. Has another good gloss. I don't see any cracks in it. It's got all the spare chrome, all the window trim. Like basically it's, I mean, this piece, just, it's got parts, right? Like I said, the thing's rotten, but I mean, it's got spare taillight lenses. You can see the difference between an Impala and the SS. The SS just had all the little filigree and machine turning. But anyway, like I said, it's a good donor car for even nuts and bolts and screws, right? It's all here. And there's the back of the seat you need for the other one. It's the wrong color upholstery, but there's the back seat. So between the two, you'd basically have every nut and bolt and screw. Let's see how the SS had the handle mat, and the plain Jane Impala doesn't.
Oh, right, of course. That must have been a 409.
Well, don't know, but we're going to find out, right? If I do find out it's a 409, the price is going up. So you might, if you're interested, come and buy it quick.
What's the price and what's the email?
I am asking $7,500 for both cars. They go as a package. You can't buy one without taking the other, because I have no other 62 cars, and it'd be a shame to just crush that one. If, like I said, there's a lot of good parts.
And what's the email?
And the email is rustbroscars, rustbroscars, rustbroscars@gmail.com. $7,500 for the pair. I'm not taking our best offer. I think that's a fair and reasonable price.
Okay, and?
And remember, those that have should give. Peace, love, and joy. I need some room. Come and help me out.
Lincoln needs a new doghouse.